What's up, bitches? Today is Tuesday, June 2nd, 2015, and for the first time in forever, this is Sit Down Comedy. Hi. I meant hi as in hello, but also I am pretty high right now. No segue necessary. I want to talk to you guys about Safeway, which, for those of you who don't live in the magical land of Washington, is a grocery store. I kind of automatically have this love-hate relationship with grocery stores because I love food, obviously, and I hate other people. And other people really make me hate them at the grocery store because A, they are in the way of me and my food, and I don't appreciate that. B, I hate it when you're trying to walk down the aisle and some bitch is like in the middle of it, trying to decide between this thing and that thing in the middle of the aisle, and they won't move when you try to walk past. And it's like, Jesus, can we not have wider aisles? And then C, personally, I love self-checkout, but I hate other people who try to do self-checkout even though they don't understand how self-checkout is supposed to happen. And here's the thing. Usually when I'm at the grocery store, I'm pretty stoned. And I don't know if you guys notice this in real life, but when I'm stoned, technology within like 100-foot vicinity of me will not work right, pretty much most of the time. And self-checkout is like the one exception to that rule, and it doesn't matter if I am too high for angels to touch me. I can get through self-checkout that fast. So I don't appreciate these sober bitches who don't get it on Tuesday and then come back on Wednesday and try to do it again. Guess what? If you didn't get it, you're not gonna suddenly get it. Just go through the line and give your money to a real human. The end. Except it's not the end, because the story just got started. So I just recently started going to Safeway. It is 7 blocks away from my house, which is farther away than Trader Joe's, which is 2 blocks. And it's much farther away than QFC, which is like 4.5 blocks that way. Anyway, I'm not going to Trader Joe's anymore because every time I go there, I have to deal with horrible customer service. And I don't have that kind of time. And QFC is hit or miss because it's usually crowded. Like, so crowded that I start to feel a little bit claustrophobic, do you know what I mean? It's not a good time, it's a bad time. So anyway, I love food so much that finding the perfect grocery store for me is really important, right? And I just recently started going to Safeway. And I wish somebody had sat me down and spelled it out for me. Ryan, if you go to Safeway, you will be spending less money and getting more food. Because no one spelled it out for me in quite those terms, so I never really put it together, and I just never went, because I had never been, and, you know, I hate change. But oh my god, like, it's such a better value, and it's easier to find everything, and people aren't as bad about being in your way, and Um, they only have 6 self-checkout stations instead of like 12 or whatever QFC has that takes up way too much space. So you have to like wait your turn and be ready to go. Anyway, the particular story that I want to tell you about Safeway, now that I've rambled so much that you no longer care, rude, is a few days ago on Sunday, I woke up at like 6 a.m. and I could not fall back asleep. So I decided to take a walk. And long story short, I eventually walked long enough that I got hungry. And I decided I really wanted a sandwich. And the only thing that goes in a sandwich that I had at home was bread. So my goal was to go to Safeway and spend $20 or less on turkey, ham, mozzarella, spinach, and 1 tomato. Because I can make a few different kinds of really good sandwiches, obviously. Okay, I did not stick to my $20 limit, which was because I bought those 5 things and a pack of Sunburst tomatoes and some Swiss cheese and a bottle of juice. So my total was like 27 something, which is fine. Anyway, it was so early in the morning that Safeway's self-checkout stations were not open yet. Like, they weren't an option. You had to go through a line and deal with a cashier, which I honestly have not done in such a long time because I don't appreciate the small talk and it takes longer and it's just awkward, and I don't see why I should have to put myself through that when self-checkout is an option. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, I did it, and it was a lot easier because I didn't have to like take the bills out of my wallet and get them all straightened out before I put them in the machine. You know, I just handed them to the bitch and I was like, thank you. But there was small talk. He wanted to know how I was doing. Here's the thing. It's 8:30 in the morning, or possibly earlier. I don't remember. The point is, it's fucking early. I'm at Safeway. How do you think I'm doing? I'm hungry and I'm irritated, and all I can think about is food. Duh. And then, you know, there's this dude standing at the end of the lane who his whole job is to ask if you want a bag. And if you say yes, bag your groceries for you, which is super awkward. But I lived through that. And then I walked like 2 blocks home, and two blocks towards home. Home is 7 blocks away. Sorry, I'm not good at geology. So anyway, I have to sit down in the middle of the sidewalk and rearrange the bag because, no offense to this guy, he seemed like a sweetheart, but he bagged my groceries like a moron. Everybody knows that when you get one of those big boxes of baby spinach, it goes on the bottom of the bag, not the top. Everybody knows when you get 1 tomato, it goes on the top of the bag, not the bottom. Everybody in the world knows these things, right? Like, even idiots, right? You would think. But no, not this guy. So that was really annoying, but fortunately, you know, I saved the day before everything went to hell. And that's pretty much my Safeway story. Oh, P.S. It was a really good sandwich. That's all for today, but my goal is to have a new video every day this week, so Stay tuned.